Guys, what's up? Welcome back to Cars&Manny. So I have another one for you guys. Today we are going to talk about vehicles you should not purchase on a low budget. Okay? Anywhere from German to high-end imports. Alright, so I'm going to focus on German vehicles for now. Most imports are pretty affordable, even your top end vehicles. And the year, or the years specifically, that I'm going to focus on would be 2015 to 2017. Okay, and let's get started, man. Before anything, you know, I want you guys to know I've been on my YouTube channel for about 3 years and a half now. And before I start, I just want to say thank you to the guys and the people that have showed love, have stuck around with me for the journey. I've been working on my craft. I've been trying to read a little more, focus on the main things people want to know. Now, with this being said, thank you. I hope you guys stick around for longer. Things are only going to get better. And if you haven't, like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Now, let's get started. All right. So let's go with 2014 to 2017 Range Rover Hse, which is the big boy. Range Rover used to be owned by, well, they were always their own little thing. Now they owned by Tata. Well, they've been owned by Tata for a couple of years now. Some of their engines were built by Ford back in the days when they first started. We all know Range Rover for, most people will know them for the Discovery, the Range Rover Sport, and the Velar and so on. But I'm going to focus on the Hse, which is the big model, the big boy, the luxurious SUV, which was huge, but it was only a 2-row seater. Now they got the 3-row for the 2022 model. Let's talk about maintenance. Okay, guys, when you purchase a vehicle like this from 2014 all the way to 2017, most likely warranty is gone. Okay, when I mean warranty, I mean dealer warranty, house warranty. You might have a after market warranty. You might have a dealer warranty that they just sell you a part. But even then, warranty only covers certain things. It doesn't cover maintenance. It doesn't cover brake change or brake work. It doesn't cover a couple other things. Okay, now let's talk maintenance every year. Okay, maintenance on a Range Rover is anywhere from brake pads being changed, oil, coolant topped off, washer fluids, so wiper fluid, and other things. Okay, without brake work, if you take it to the house, you are looking about, before labor, anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. And if you guys don't believe me, down in the comments, ask questions, and people that see the video will tell you, or Google it. It is very costly. Okay, if you compare that to maintenance on a Honda Pilot, Ford Explorer, Toyota Highlander, that every year goes anywhere from $380 to $700, is a big gap. You're talking about thousands or hundreds of dollars. Okay, now if you don't have warranty and you want to purchase one of these things because you want to bull around, then you are going to look for a higher cost. Okay, let's talk about air suspension going faulty on one of these SUVs, especially the one we're talking about now, which is the Range Rover Hse, right? If you go and get yourself an aftermarket part for this SUV, you might come across an issue that a lot of people run across is with the BMWs and Mercedes-Benz. BMW tends to reject aftermarket parts. Okay, now air suspension, just one bottle, might cost you anywhere from $600 to like roughly $1,600. That's per piece. That's not a set of 2 or set of 4. Okay, now when you get full maintenance, oil you change, brake work, rotors, we are talking about a hefty $3,600 to $4,000. Okay, I seen receipts for 4,000 grand to 5,000 grand with labor. So if you're making $35,000 a year, even if you have good credit, look the other way, buddy, because you are going to suffer, and you might end up having to do what a lot of people do, not criticizing it, but I feel like when you buy an SUV like this, you buy for the comfort, you buy for the luxury. You don't want to put this thing on coils and aftermarket parts that literally you will have to lower the SUV to cut down cost. But throughout the years, you're still gonna have check engine codes shooting off. Okay, so save yourself a headache, and if you can't afford them, enjoy them from far and save your money. Jump into a Highlander, Ford Explorer, Honda Pilot. These are SUVs that will adjust to your budget. You know, you're not gonna suffer. Another one, which is one of my favorites, Bmw X5. Okay, now the Bmw X5, you know, you got different type of models. You have the models that don't have air ride suspension, but even then, a regular 3.5 X-Drive BMW X5, faulty suspension or bad suspension, will run you for about $580 to $650. That's just one. So keep that in mind. Another thing, maintenance on these things. If you take them to the house, okay. Now let me make this clear. Taking it to the house, I mean taking it to a BMW dealer where you bought the vehicle from, or if you purchased it from the BMW dealer, or you just want to take it to the BMW dealer because you don't trust a regular mechanic with your SUV, right? With your BMW. Maintenance will cost you around $1,200. That's just fluids, filters, topping off other fluids for for wiper fluid, coolant, and other stuff. If you're just getting pads, you know that you don't have to change the rotors every year. You don't, okay? But most likely you bought this vehicle used, and the lifetime of these rotors are probably less than half, okay? Because most used car dealers get the cars from auction, and all they do is probably, if they have a check engine light on, they'll fix that, which is probably sensors and stuff like that. But not all changed rotors. I seen good dealers will change the rotors, so you will save some money on that, okay? Now another one, the Mercedes-Benz GLE 450 or the 350s, okay? Maintenance costs will run you on a GLE 450 AMG around $2,200. So $1,800 to $2,200, okay? with that being said, these are top end vehicles, man. You know, you just can't go crazy because you probably got a lawsuit from a car accident of $25,000 and you have okay credit and you go put a down payment of $10,000 on one of these vehicles. You will enjoy it for the first year, probably the second, but once warranty is off and you can no longer afford to pay for this vehicle, you might be on the side of the road, or you might have to end up trading it in before your pockets get hurt. I've seen a lot of people buy these vehicles and pretty much take them to a mechanic shop, and when they get hit because probably the differential went bad, the transmission went off, and they have no warranty, these vehicles, these parts are pretty expensive, okay? You will run into this. And BMWs, you know, sometimes parts is not available right away, so now you got to pay for storage, you got to pay for shipping, and you got to pay for the parts to be handled or delivered to the shop where you took it to. You know, a lot of people tend to want to be slick and take it to street mechanics. Listen, there's codes, there's computers that you need for these cars that these guys sometimes can't afford, that cost tens and thousands of dollars. So you take it to them and they say, oh yeah, we fixed it, here you go. And following week, your check engine light runs on you again, comes out again on your dashboard. But they can't find the problem because the computer is limited to what it could read. Okay? And I like to talk about these things with people because, you know, a lot of dealers don't tell you. They just, you go, you got the money, they want to make a sell. They want to sell you the car. They want the car gone. Once it's gone, it's your problem. You can't return the car. You signed a contract and you took that car home. Okay? So keep this in mind. Save yourself headaches. There's a reason we have Japanese and Chinese cars. We have imports. Lexus, Toyotas, Nissans, Ford, which is an American-made vehicle. Now you have Teslas, which came out to change the game. Big thumbs up to Teslas on having different ranges of prices and models of vehicles on a short period of existence. So get yourself some imports, man. Save yourself some money, you know? Save yourself a headache. So guys, I guess this is it, man. You know, I would make another vehicle on other top end vehicles that other people tend to go buy and can afford to keep. But I just wanted to touch bases on, and I'm not saying, let's make this clear, because I know a lot of BMW heads, Benz heads, and Range Rover heads. I'm a big fan of BMW, period. X5 is my favorite SUV. I right now own a 2022 Outlander, Mitsubishi Outlander, which is great. That's another vehicle if you want to drive in luxury and stuff like that. I recommend that one because that's the one I own and I've had it for a year now and there's no problem whatsoever. Okay guys, so these cars are great, but they are great when you get them off the lot with no miles or low miles, 60,000 miles and under, maybe 65,000 miles and under. Now, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Cars&Manny. I hope you guys enjoy this. You know, I'll have more tips in the future. I'm getting used to the podcast. Have a great night, man. Take care.